Hello, my friends. Today we're doing a 6-month progress celebration. So 6 months ago, I had my turning point where I rapidly started improving, and it's not, for no reason. It's because I reread Dr. Sarno's book, Healing Back Pain, and I started implementing everything that I knew I should do, and I'm getting better and better. It is not as fast as I'd like it, but so let me tell you how far I've come. I hope this will help you on your journey. I hope it'll inspire you. I hope it'll show you that you too can find your way to recovery. Okay, so first let me take you back to when I was at my worst. Okay, so I first started getting symptoms like 15 years ago. It's hard to say exactly, 15, 14, and they gradually came on over the years. It's accumulated until at my worst I was unable to take care of myself. I spent all day in bed, in pain, in tremendous fatigue, unable to move, just laying without moving. Okay? Lots of deep pain everywhere, head to toe. Nobody could figure out what's going on. Everybody kind of was looking at me funny, like, what's the matter? I was so light sensitive that I had an eye mask that I had to wear all day, pretty much. I just take it off to eat. I had earplugs in my ears because I was so sound sensitive, severely anxious, and as you can imagine, being in that condition, severely depressed. I was showering twice a week. Standing up was impossible, just in bed all day, and it was just as bad as it sounds, From there, I improved a bit. To where I was still, something happened, I moved. That was a whole other story. It was very rough, but basically, bit by bit, I improved, just, making a little bit of an effort, but not really knowing how it came about, to the point where I was still laid in bed all day, but I wasn't as bad. There was not as much pain. There was not as much fatigue. I got around the house in an office chair with wheels, so I'd push myself around in a sitting position. I showered daily, so that was great. But I couldn't watch TV, no video, and I would limit the amount of time that I would listen to audiobooks or talk on the phone or have a conversation with someone. I had to limit it. I just couldn't do a lot of it. Okay? And then last March 2019, it's now September 2019, I read Healing Back Pain by Dr. Sarno. I reread it. I listened to the audiobook version, actually. And it just hit me, this is what's going on with you. I had read it before. I had given it a shot before. It didn't really take away my symptoms. So I concluded that must not be it. But now I understand that I just didn't give it enough time. I didn't do enough work. And it's just a very tricky customer, this TMS business. By the way, this video might go a little bit long because I got a lot to say. So if you need to pause it and watch it in parts, I'm not going to break it up. I'll just do a whole long video and you can watch it, at whatever intervals you like. So last March I had my turning point, and here I want to show you this picture. This is from my iPhone, a screenshot of my daily walking and running distance. So you can see the bars increasing, right? Up to a mile and a half a day of walking on average every day. Now, this doesn't tell the whole picture, because not only am I walking, I'm also like dancing and a little bit, like a few songs, and I do some very brief runs, and I'm weight training. But this gives you an idea of the rate at which I'm improving, and what a dramatic change it is just all of a sudden from last March. So now let me just describe in words kind of like all the progress that I've seen and the work that is still left to do. Okay? So physically, like I said, I was in bed all day. Then I started back, walking just a few feet. Having read the book, I get the confidence to, okay, I know I'm scared, I know it hurts, I know I have symptoms, I know this could lead to more symptoms, but I'll take a few feet. And so I started walking here and there around the house. Then back to bed, lay back down. Bit by bit, I was able to do more and more and more and spend less and less time in bed. At some point, I started showering standing up. I used to sit in the shower. I had like a shower chair. And then I said, okay, I'm going to stand in the shower. And I was scared to do it, but I did it. And now it's just a regular thing that, I shower standing up. I also started weight training. And I started pretty early on, like maybe 2 months in, so April, May, maybe in May I started. And I started very easy. Like I did 3 bodyweight squats and not going all the way down because I was first of all so weak from laying for so long in bed. It was like a few years that I spent in bed, and it was horrible. And so I was so weak, and I was also so afraid. Can I really do this? And am I really going to be able to get over the symptoms when they come? But yeah, I did it, and I did a few push-ups off the wall, and I did a few very light dumbbell rows, so just very, very ridiculously small baby steps. That's how I started. And now I'm coming back, I'm getting nearer, I'm not quite there yet, to the weights that I used to lift, when I was training regularly, back, many, many years ago. I'm starting to approach, I'm basically at the level of a strong, untrained person of my build right now, like a novice weight trainer, and now I'm sort of continuing to, but I push myself to the limit of my muscular ability now, and I'm not so afraid of it anymore, and it's not as big a deal. I'm getting less and less fearful every time I work out that, oh my God, something's going to happen. I've been going to walks. I've been getting outside. I take walks, and I think my record was like 2.5 miles or maybe 2 miles, something like that. 2 miles, let's say, just to be on the conservative side. That's where, because every now and then I push myself to see, all right, I feel like I should, go a little further today, and I do it. And so my record so far is like 2 miles, I don't get too hung up on distances and stuff, but it's nice to keep track and just to note, oh, look, I'm increasing my distance and I'm progressing, Gives you that nice feedback loop, I also started jogging, that this was hard, because once I started walking, I felt like I wanted to jog, but I just couldn't do it, It's like my brain forgot how to do it, or maybe it was my brain there was so much fear that my brain was saying, no, you can't do it. This will hurt you, this will hurt you. And the first couple of times I tried to jog, I literally couldn't do it. I would initiate I would initiate the voluntary signal, to jog, and it just wouldn't happen, I would just kind of do this awkward fast walk that didn't actually turn into a jog. But eventually, then I'd jog 30 feet, and then I'd jog 50 feet. And now I'm kind of getting back into a normal pattern of jogging. Still very brief distances. I'd say my record is 400 yards, something like that, okay? But just the fact, And now it feels more normal. Stairs, I've conquered stairs. At first I was afraid to go up the stairs. Do I have enough energy? Do I have enough strength? Will I be able to do it? But now I'm taking stairs, no problem, I still have that feeling in the back of my head, that fear, but I know that it's okay. It's not a big deal. So you see, every single context, there's fear to get over, And I've been dancing a bit, prior to, again, becoming bedbound. I was a dancer, I was training in Latin dance, and, then I just had to stop, and now I'm back. I started with just doing half a song, just practicing, just kind of flowing, dancing, enjoying myself. So that's been really nice, bringing me a lot of joy. And I've been getting outside of the house, going to stores, buy groceries. That's a regular thing. I can go grocery shopping now. I can drive my car to the grocery store, my parents' car actually. Drive to the grocery store, load up the cart, check out. And this was like unbelievable to me. Like just imagining that felt like, am I ever going to be able to do that again? That just seemed crazy to me. And now I'm doing it like without a second thought, because I know I can, because I've done it so many times already that I know it's no problem. And just the other day I went shopping for clothes. Winter's coming, and I'm in Russia at the moment, and it's going to be really cold, and I haven't experienced winter in many years because I've been indoors in bed, and so I'm kind of like, this is all sort of getting back into life, so I had to buy some clothes and shoes that are warm. So I went out shopping, to the mall, drove like an hour there, an hour back, and spent like a few hours at the mall trying things on. Sitting down for a break occasionally, still feeling the symptoms, but not being concerned about them too much, just moving on and soothing my fears and saying, it's okay. It's just the brain still employing its old strategy. So now let's talk about the mental part. That was the physical. Now the mental part, I was afraid to watch TV. I just couldn't. It's like it would just give me too much, just make me agitated, give me like brain fog and stuff. I started exposing myself to TV. So I watched like a few of the movies that came out lately. Like the first movie I saw was, what's it called? Was it called Freddie? About Freddie Mercury and Queen? Yeah. So as I was watching this movie, I had to watch it in sections because I was afraid. I was getting agitated. I was getting afraid that this is going to hurt me. Can I really do this? And now I just watch as much TV or as little TV as I like. If some days I want to watch a movie, I sit down and watch a movie, or whatever I want to watch, a football game, that's soccer, for my American friends. I talk on the phone, no problem. Previously, I could talk on the phone, but I had to limit it to 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops. Now I talk as long as I want. I don't even think about it, I just call up whoever I need to call up. I have as long a conversation as I need to, And when I go out to hang out with like friends, I can do it, I can sit down, have a coffee, talk for a few hours, go back home. I can do it. And I'm enjoying it. This was all of this. I couldn't imagine that, can I really do this? Will I ever be one day able to do this? I never lost hope, but I couldn't see how also, And yeah, I can do it. So that's where I'm at. Now, things aren't perfect. I still have many symptoms. I'm still getting hit by symptoms. They're just not stopping me. They're not as bad, and they're not stopping me from doing my activities, and my relationship to the symptoms is changing. I'm less and less fearful of the symptoms. This is a very unnatural thing to do, but a very important thing to do. Symptoms, in this case, because I've been checked out by a doctor, and I know there's nothing, I don't have cancer or anything like very serious. So I know these are just my brain attempts to distract my attention from the emotions, from threatening emotions. So I've been interpreting the symptoms that way every time they come up. So I'm not interpreting them as a sign that I've hurt myself, that I'm broken, just that the brain is still feeling threatened by these emotions, and I need to make it comfortable, and I need to explore them, and I need to decondition myself from all these fears that I have of different activities and different contexts. So like right now, I'm feeling fatigued. I don't feel like I slept well or anything, although I did sleep actually quite well. I slept through the night, which is a whole other thing, My sleep was so fragmented before. And now it's pretty good. I still wake up throughout the night, some nights, many nights, but I go back to sleep. And if I don't manage to go back to sleep on a particular night, I know that I'll be okay. I'll be a little sleepy throughout the day, a little more sleepy, but I'm not going to be, I'm okay. Basically, that's the thing. I know that I'm okay, and all of this is temporary, and it's receding, and eventually it'll recede. So, but yeah, I don't feel quite like normal yet. I know I'll get there. There's still plenty of work to do. I still spend time resting in bed when I need to, so like I might go for a run, I might work out, or I might go to the store, might go to hang out with friends, and when I get home, like I sit up in bed, I chill on the computer, like I rest, and I might do that for a couple of hours, then I'll do some chores and stuff. So I still spend time in bed when I need to, or I might take a nap or whatever. But the time resting is getting shorter and shorter, and the time being active is increasing. I've also been programming. I'm a software engineer, that's my profession. And so I haven't programmed in a couple of years, and it's like a very mentally demanding activity, and I've been doing that here and there a little bit, not too much. Some days I can go a few hours, some days less, because I can do all of these activities all at once on the same day. So if I do like something, then maybe I need to rest, do some easier things like watch YouTube videos or record a video or whatever. So yeah, basically plenty of progress, a huge difference compared to where I was at 6 months ago. Of course, I want to be completely better, and I will be completely better. But that's where I'm at now, and I wanted to celebrate that, and I wanted to report to you how far I've come, so you can see it's possible. And I'll keep you posted, as I continue to make progress, or as I have setbacks. I'm probably going to have setbacks. I mean, some days I get hit with symptoms hard, like real hard, but I know how to interpret them. I know what it means. And all of this has been possible thanks to Dr. Sarno and his work primarily. And the two things that I've been doing is expressive writing, exploring all kinds of emotional issues, watch my other videos for all that stuff, and fear deconditioning, just exposing myself to more activity, to more stuff. One thing I actually have trouble with is sitting for long times without back support, like in a chair that's like doesn't have too much back support. I just get this back pain, and like I just find it difficult, but I'm doing that too, but I'd like to do more of that in the future, and I'd like to expose myself to that more. So anyway, I'll stop it here. That's it. Know that you can do this too. Your journey is going to be different. Your path is going to be different. Your progress might be faster, might be slower, might be exactly the same pace, but we're not broken. We're okay. We just need for our brains to catch up to that fact. All right. See you next time.